Hi, my name is Ryan Hurley. I'm the founder of Selalytics and also a seven-figure Amazon seller. In this video, I'm going to do some coding with you so you can see what actually goes on behind the scenes of kind of coding for a light enterprise resource planning tool that connects with the Amazon SP API. I have developers that work for me, and oftentimes I let them do their thing. They work many hours, but sometimes I just like to get in there, and it's very fast for me, the founder, to, if I have a vision, to be able to just implement it myself. So I'm thinking of starting up a little series like this of some random times when I'm coding, so you can actually see how I think and better understand the system and kind of the back end, because I find it fascinating. So in this video, the feature that I'm going to be trying to implement is a page to systematically request reviews for buyers. So if you didn't know, in Seller Central, when orders come in, within the date of them being placed, so say it was placed, actually we'll just say delivered February 1st, within the delivery date and 30 days later, you can request a review on Amazon that sends the buyer a message through Amazon. It's templated, you can't change it, and it says please please review this order. Doesn't guarantee anything, it's no magic fix, but it definitely does a little bit more than what people might otherwise leave for review. So it's a helpful feature, and I want to add it into our tool to systematically request reviews. So for example, we can add a setting that says within X days, so we'll say from 7 to 30 days, which is the max. You can choose a default 14 days. It's going to request reviews every single day. We're going to have a job that every day requests reviews for those orders that match it. So I just wanted to help plan it and code it out. So let's get into that. So first of all, we got to go into that SP API documentation, baby. And essentially this right here, solicitations API, shows us blah 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 blah. This right here, get solicitation actions for orders. So essentially they want to confirm, make sure it's delivered, check when it's delivered, not deleted, in between the earliest delivery date and 30 days after, and then soliciting it. So then it's actually sending this one's getting what the solicitation actions there are, so get request, and then creating a product review solicitation. So this right here, I might just do it rough and dirty. I might not even do this first call. I might just send it with the second one and see what happens. So you pass in the Amazon order ID as well as the marketplace ID, so if you're in the US or whatever, and essentially do that, and it will do it or not. So let's plan this out. Let's see, what are we doing here? Make this big. Requesting reviews. And just big picture, we need a page for it. And on that page, so it's going to be in our system somewhere around here. So we're going to need a new page. I would imagine something like this. If we click into it, new page, well, new button to link to it, route to it, new page, and then on the page I was trying to think, what do I want to see? So I'm thinking there'll be a drop down somewhere that says how many days after the order was delivered do you want it to be. So, well, it can also be turned off. So the first thing is going to be a drop down that says on it is enabled, false to start, else choose. I'll say 7 to 28 days after order. Add a little blurb about it, explaining it. And then I was also thinking it would be nice to actually have 2 charts to show how many we've done, so that users can see what we've done. So I was thinking, let's go add count total views requested, and maybe a chart of add chart last 60 days by day reviews requested. So I'm thinking drop down save button. And with the save button, that means there's going to be two controller functions here, one to display it, one to actually do it. And then I'm thinking of saying we've done something like X number, and then some sort of a chart over time showing that we've done a lot of them. So this is kind of the idea for the page that I'm thinking of. So that's the front end, and then for the back end planning, I always like planning first. I think it's helpful for me to write it out. Back end, we're going to need that controller save logic. And where are we going to save it? I think I'm going to save into user settings table. So we use MySQL. I'll explain that more. Then we have a bunch of in settings. This doesn't matter. Things like this, address, city, state, zip code, we save that in a special location. So we'll save that in there, and it will be like, would it be null/none or 7 to 30 days? And then we'd actually create the job for it. And this job is going to run, let's go, every day the job runs, and it checks every day it runs for every user. Check if user, so what would we call this? User, something like this, if review request enabled is not false, and that's wrong. It's not false. Well, equals false, return, else. What would it be? It would get orders. And so it says we can only choose it for all the marketplaces, so we almost want to group them by marketplace. That's not that complicated, but I feel like I might do that for another time. Let's go, let's get orders that are within date range of specified value and 30 days. So if they say 7 days, we'll get, and then we started today, we'll get it 7 to 30 days. We'll go back, get the orders, and we'll just start Amazon.com, the US marketplace. We'll start with that, and that's going to need channel. And then we get the orders, and then we're going to need to loop over the orders. 1 second delay for each plus. Amazon has a lot of rate limits. This kind of, one of the biggest issues with it is the rate limits. So it's, I think it said 1 per second. Where'd it go? Yeah, 1 per second. You can do a burst of 5 for a couple, but this is actually kind of slow. Like, we have some sellers that might have, we have a number of sellers that are doing a couple thousand orders a day. So some are doing many thousands of orders a day. So let's just see if they do 20,000, 1, 2, 3, divided by 20,000 seconds, divided by 60 seconds. This is how many minutes divided by hours. 5.5 hours a day. Whew. Hopefully they give us stronger rate limits. We'll play with that later. I'll probably launch this with just some of the smaller sellers to see what happens. The thing with my company is I like moving fast. I like just getting stuff out there, and I never want anything that can be up to real error that I can't. It's possible that this, like the rate limits or anything, could break, but I don't want there to ever be something that's susceptible to a software hack or someone that could take advantage of it. But requesting reviews like this, and there's really no error or damage that could be done if this wasn't 100% perfect. So I just like getting it out there, testing it on my own account, and doing stuff. So 1 second delay for each. We'll just hard code that for now. Eventually we'll get it on, because the rate limit changes depending on the size of seller. 1 second delay for each. And then they want us basically to check, verify an order is available for solicitation. I'm just going to assume yes for now. I'm just going to skip that part. I'll probably add it later, but then we'll just send it. So then we'll just go like this. Send it. And then, oh, another thing to think about is I'm going to want to save on our orders table. We call it parent orders, add migration. We'll go tiny integer to save the status of orders, because when we're doing this 7 to 30 days, we don't want to ask them over again on the same orders if it's done it. So we're going to say 0 equals not done, 1 equals done, 2 equals fail, maybe something like that. Because there might be, if we're just gonna raw create them and not gonna check, it's likely gonna give us some errors, not big errors, but it's gonna say something like unable to do it. So maybe that means we'll just try again the next day. So that's kind of my hack to get it together. Some people might not like my coding style, but I think it's fast. So, and also that means, where is this? Get orders in the date range and Amazon.com, and status equals 1 or 2. That means we're not, no, 0 or 2. We don't want them done. We'll make that a little enum later. And then loop over orders, depending outcome, set order dot whatever. What are we going to call this? Requested review. Now we'll go requested underscore review. Set order requested review. Great. Got it. Alright, what do we want to do first? Let's start with the blade. Let's make it look pretty first. So that means we're going to go a new page. And let's, Alright, so what are we going to do? I would say we can start with like just taking one of these and copying it. I like to go fast, so merge bank accounts. Let's find this page in the code. Control Shift F, search, merge bank accounts. Give me that code, merge, here we go. Okay, we're in the banking. Well, that's not what I wanted. I want to be in settings. Let's do, is one of these in settings? Backfill. I know the names of a lot of them, but this ends up being so quick as well. Come on, give it to me. Okay, here we go. Resource view settings. Got it. Perfect. Got a thing. Set copy, paste. Gonna name this review automation blade.php. There we go. Review automation.blade. Let's go. Boom. Root. No, we don't need that. We can change the names. I'll zoom in for you. Let's go. Review automation. Alright, I want to see this thing. So, what am I thinking? Alright, let's create a new controller for this. Let's go. PHP Artisan. Create controller. What? Oh yeah, what am I doing? It's not create, it's make. There we go. Let's call this review automation controller. Blah, empty's fine. Got it. Review automation controller. So let's go public function index. Sure. Oh, so we're basically just getting the page. So I'm gonna go and get that, and we are gonna paste this in. Return view. So this right here will be settings.review automation. Got it. And then we got to add a root for this, .php. Let's go for cogs. Something like this. We'll go, what's a good URL for this thing? Review automation. Sure. And this will be at index. Then we got to go here. Let's add this at the top. Backfill con. No, I guess maybe we don't need it. All right, let's go. Let's load it. See what happens. Not found. Oh yeah, silly goose. PHP. Optimize. Let's clear those routes. There we go. Review automation. We are in. All right. So what are we doing next? Let's check the notes. Root. New page. Got it. Let's go. I'm going to use AI to do this now. Just help us speed up. So I'm using Claude 3.7. I'm not using Cursor right now. I got to set it up. But basically, it has some information. So I'm going to give it to it. Let's see. View automation. Let's go. May make this page for review automation. Get rid of the junk existing. First row be, we'll say, days, and submit button sends that to a root. We'll say the root would be view automation update. That's a post. Update to root, that root, and then also have a chart that shows number of metric showing total requested views. That's a big number. And also chart over time displaying number of reviews by day from money review chart data. Alright, let's give it that. Let's go. Let's just paste this thing in there. See what it does. And then we also want to start adding to the parent orders. I'm going to add this tiny integer. Let's go PHP artisan make migration. Let's go add review requested to orders table. Let's do that. Boom. Parent orders. Let's go. How do we got this guy? Alright, money table. We'll add this on table. We'll go tiny integer. And then, let's see, what are we doing? Default 0, that's what we said, right? 0 not done. Got it. And then we can go table, drop it. I'll just copy these. Table drop. Alright, looks good. I'm just going to get that on our thing. Let's go add. Just get that out there. Alright, review requested. Good. Let's see, what does ChatGPT Claude got? Alright. Don't have that route yet. That's alright. We made it here, but let's clear the routes. Undivided variable. Yeah, I know. Current setting, we'll just pass that in. Okay. We'll deal with that later. Alright, let's go here. So, I probably didn't need to show this stuff quite yet. But that's alright. Is it enabled? We'll come back to this. Now we got to actually get some logic. So we got the migration going. Tiny integer. We'll create an enum later. Doesn't matter too much. Back-end planning. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Alright, we got to figure out where are we saving this thing. Alright, I just looked for a sec. This is the system controller. Another thing. This right here is n+1 issue. Sometimes this is old from old developers. We can make it better for, because right now it's for each, and then every time we're basically querying the user ID. Let's go user ID equals. Nah, get that over there. Just save a little query time. So, little savings. Alright, this right here is what it is. We got utility settings. Alright. These are all the settings that we end up saving here. So, we're going to want to add another settings. Order prefix. Let's go. Review requested. Like this. Make it empty. Now I am in SQL. I'm going to pause this recording just to look for a sec. Alright, just can't let you see in that data. So this right here is our kind of rough settings table. So we got values. So we save, this right here is where we'll store the name, review requested, then we will store the value, and the value, like we said, let's say the backend planning, to save it here, we'll say 0 equals no, and then if it's not 0, 0 or null/none equals no, and number from 7 to 28 equals yes for that date. Alright, got it. So this will be an update or create, so then the public function update doesn't matter right there. Let's go. Basically gonna update or create settings. Alright, let's use AI again for this real quick. Just to make it even faster. Great. Here is update code. Have it update or create settings dot value where created by equals user ID and name is, what did we say, review requested? If none equals 0, else equals value. Just paste that in there, and we'll have it save. And then we'll also need to actually get the value in the controller. So we'll want to get money user ID equals, come on AI, there you go. And then we'll say money settings equals name, comma, we'll say that's not it, review requested, review requested, we're created by equals user ID, get the first. Let's just see right here, I'll just go, okay, we got update, let's just paste that in, we'll do some testing here in a sec. I know we need another bracket. Use that controller, good. Alright, let's take a look here. I'm almost certain what my thing is. Alright, so we're user 31, great. User 31, let's go create one, let's go review requested. We'll say 0, 31. Add that. Add it. Boom. It's gonna work. Settings where? What? This is not it. It should not. It's not that. It is the model. Because if we were in anything else, we got to use that model of settings. Is the model settings in there? No? What table is this? Where is that table? The models, let's go. Looking at the models. Do we not have that in there? Seller. Wonder if my competitors are watching this, going to steal our code. That'd be funny. Oh, I see, actually. Because it was just doing raw insert into it. Okay. We'll just do raw SQL update or create. That is fine, I guess. I really should. I'll create a model another time, but I'll just keep it right here. So let's go like this. Up models. Utility. That's not it. We're going to do... Let's just first get... Nah, I'm lazy. I ask Claude for everything. I know it's probably not the best code, it's inconsistent, but it's how we had it in the past. Alright, well that's not it. Settings. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, Claude, you idiot. No, idiot. SQL. Where's the system controller? Alright, well that's just not what I wanted. Talking different thing on get. Alright, let's see. This is getting annoying. Alright. That should be what I'm looking at. Come on. Quit it, Claude. There we go. Review requested value is 0. That's what we just did. Create equals 31. We can just do that. Review requested 0. There we go. Got it. And then, as they said, I'll actually just go value of... Actually, no, we don't want that, because if it doesn't contain it, then we basically say money view equals if there's settings. Yep, if there's settings, then we get settings dash, what was the DD? Settings to value, got it. And else it's 0. Settings, let's delete that again. Double check. Come on, what do we got? Okay. There we go. 0 days. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, and then we say, come on, compact. Something like that. Days after delivery. Alright, so now we got it for the actual drop down. I think I might even just get rid of this other stuff for later. Nah, I don't need this stuff for now. Deal with that later. Still got the DD. Whoops. Days after delivery. Current setting. Gotcha. Control F. Current setting. Highlight all. What is the value? Days after delivery. Place all. There we go. Alright, here we go. This is what I was talking about. Good. Looks automatically request project reviews. So that's going to be a nice chart. I kind of like the page. It's disabled. Good. So now if we save this, let's see. This is not aligned right, but that's okay. Let's go into here and just see what happens. We'll DD the money request. I'll go. Just make sure it passes it in right. Let's say 21 days. 21. Nice. Look at that. Passing it in. Alright, alright, alright. Then let's just take a look at Claude just to speed us up. Alright, so we needed that raw code. We'll do as we kind of did there. Oops. I like that idea, not that one. We want to check if it's there. If not, create it. So I know cursor, these other things are extra fast, but that's alright. I'll get there soon. Basically just get the settings. Settings, where name is requested. If there is settings, then we'll update it. If not, nah, we got to insert that because there is no settings. If not, we got to insert this thing. So let's go. There we go. Boom. Looks good. We update it. Create it. Create it. Create it by. Good. User ID. I'd say it looks pretty good to me. Alright. Refresh. Success. Let's check this one. 02/21. Let's go. 7 days. 7 days it is. Good. So we got it going. Alright. Great. Great, 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 great. And then later we'll add the tables. That doesn't matter too much. So save into user. We got this. Now we get the job. Alright, alright. We got the job. Let me open up one of these other jobs here. Just as an example. Put in the utilities for now. Let's say request. Actually, it's not a utilities. It's fine for now. I'll move it later. Request user reviews job.php. This is an old one, doesn't matter. Just paste in the format. Request user reviews job. We are in the utilities. We have got this. Doesn't matter. We go delete that. Okay. So let's pseudocode this out. Then ask ChatGPT to do it. So here we go. We're going to pass in. We'll go user ID. We don't need this. We'll go. Do I even need a construct? Not really. Handle it. Alright, let's say check if seller has settings at all. If no, return. If yes, check value. If 0, return. If other, proceed. Proceed, so that's to check, get rid of if they are disabled, and then else get orders that are within the date range. Then we go get parent orders, or created by equals user ID, and date is between now minus n days, and now minus, we'll say the max is 28, 30 days. I don't know what they consider a month, but we'll just say 30 days. And status is not canceled. That's a good one. And what did we say? We want this one to be 0 or 2. Equals is in 0 or 2. Hopefully I said default 0. I think I did. And then we go for each parent orders. Loop it just for now. Alright, great. Great. Let's ask Claude to write this out more. You see, in the future of coding, actually probably less. Alright, help with this job. See the pseudo code. Let's do that, and now let me think about some other things. So we say we get the table. If there's no settings and the value equals 0, good. Days after delivery, good. Start date, that's the max, this is the minimum. We get them, get the date, order status is not. Let's actually check that. Select. We want it to be, we'll just say the order status is shipped. So how about I paste that? We're going to go paste this. Order status. Is shipped. Where in requested reviews, 0, good. We'll just go regular date for now. Alright, I like it. Alright, now we gotta set it up to be able to run this thing. So I have another special page that works for me. If I go Amazon data update control, this is for my testing here. Let's just be cheap and go product category. Let's go views job, say user ID. We'll say sure. Alright, now to get that going, I have got to clear out the job so it doesn't automatically start running. So I'm going to go into the kernel. Let's just go stop it. Sudo service. Alright, good. PHP Artisan Horizon. Let's give the old Redis CLI flush all. Better not start running a bunch of jobs on me. Oh. Clear them out. Nope, not that. We want Horizon. This works on my local machine here. Alright, let's see. Good. Jobs are not just flying. So if we do this one, we'll just go something like this. Can we use log? There we go. Alright, let's go like this. Refresh. The old 31. Let me say product category. Open up these logs. Okay, we got some nice errors. Thank you very much. Column not found in a where clause. Very nice. Requested review. What was the job? Requested. It's review requested. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. There we go. It's cleared out. Refresh. 31. Category. Look at that. What? Again, more errors. Oh. So it works. Review requested at. Okay, why didn't I not just read chapter 2? Okay, we don't care about this. That's what the issue is. So it's going through each, but we're saving other stuff. So we're getting orders, we're getting this stuff, we're getting it. Alright, this will be it. Let's go like this. Let's also go echo, boom, boom. Let's clear out these logs. If I just delete it, then it kind of messes itself up. So let's go one more time. 31. Getting all of them. Great. Getting all the logs. Okay. This is part 1. Now we actually need to every day. I could add that to the kernel real quick. Well, nah, it's not ready yet. Well, what we could do, I'm trying to think, do I want to do the SP API code? Or do I want to be lazy? No, I'll just be lazy. I just want to see, get this, the blade first, working. Definitely don't need that. But it's fun. Where we want it created by, and then we want to get where review requested is, what did we say? Is it true? 1. 1. There we go. Number of orders. So that's the number of orders there. So we got this guy. None. Oh, 4. Is it save? Oh, because it's saving them already. That's why. That is why it was saving them, even though we probably did not need it to save them for that job, but that's all right. So that's cool. Well, that means let's finish this out. Let's make that actual chart work. Here, I'll ask Claude to do it again. That, and I did delete the chart, so I'll just give it back to it. Make it do it. So we use JLever's selling partner API. So we got, this is what it is: create product review and seller feedback solicitation. While it's doing this, I'm just going to pseudocode it out for myself. Where is our job? Here we go. Basically going to do this. And we also actually want it to be the Amazon Marketplace. So let's go. Amazon Marketplace is user ID, and where I believe it's name. What the? Why don't I do that? Channel we're created by, where channel. I'll just find another example of me using it. Nope. Here we go. Amazon US channel. This to it. And I just want the value of the ID. Then we'll also say where channel ID equals this channel. There we go. Because we're just going to start with the Amazon US channel. Let's just see. So on SP API US Marketplace ID. It's like something. Here we go. We'll add the other ones later, but I just want to get most of our things are in the US, because this is going to be the marketplace ID that we pass in. So then we'll basically be going like this, passing in the Amazon order ID and that. Alright, they got to be done by now. Alright, so we got the page. Make it look pretty. Got the index. Okay, so this is the same. Actually, getting a new function for chart data. Good. Review requests. So we're grouping by date. That's good. Counting. Created by. It's true. This is not it. This is not it. Well, this would be date. Group by date, date. Fill zeros. That's good. I'll copy that in and make the updates. Where not null. No. I thought I just got rid of that thing. Review requested at, oh, date. There we go. Invite variable current settings. What do you mean? Yeah, I know. Because it was days after delivery, not current settings. But, we'll change that real quick. What? Total requested reviews? What do you mean? What do you mean? Alright, why is Claude being so dumb right now? Total requested requests over time, so that's working, but the chart is not. Let's do the old DD. We getting anything in here? Labels. So we are getting something. So we're getting data. We got this. Check the console. Chart is not defined. I'm lazy. I'm just going to do a new one. Fix the chart not working. And while I do that again, I'm looking at the jobs. Don't need these, don't need these. Alright, let's start bringing this thing in. I think it's this one. Control Shift E, create. I think that's it. Create. Yep. I'll just copy these for a sec to our job. Just the format, because I don't want to remember. API, it is this Licitations V1 API, and then it's not this, it is create product review, something like that. Is that it? It's not used. Okay, maybe actually we don't need that. Just call it on the API. But this right here is what we'll end up calling, passing the Amazon order ID, passing that US marketplace. Let's see, why is the chart broken? Main problem. Get review charts. Oh, it gave me everything, nice. Makes it easy. Update the script. Well, that's a bunch of red. Probably could have just looked there. Come on. What? Why'd you just get rid of that? Come on, you idiot. What? Why did it just change that? Why is Cloud being so dumb today? Why is it being like that? This is a simple chart. It's a simple chart. No. I could have told you that one if I read it. There we go. Nice. Look at that. That's what I was talking about. And we could change the tick marks, but that's fine. So that's basically just what I wanted to see. Perfect. So that's the easy stuff. Now we got to get the job going. All right. So cool. I'm going to close that because I don't need it anymore. Oh. Let's just see. I'm just looking how we did it in other places. All right. I just asked it to get things going here a little bit. I was just checking it out. So this is kind of how for each orders. I think this should be pretty good. No, not that. I want this one. There we go. Alright, so we are getting orders. We're doing a lot of logging right now just to test it. This is the one we got. Logging it. Well, we're going to want to try catch inside of this because it's probably going to give us a bunch of issues. But catch it, error, failed, sleep, for each. What do you mean no SP? Seller. Yep. Well, I gotta do a double here. Seller. Yeah. There we go. Let me say this one. Which credentials? Let's just check the other one. I should know that. iSide Labs, yep. Alright, well, this is most of the job. I will finish this another time, but this video is getting kind of long. I just wanted to show you how I kind of do some of my coding for a new feature. Hopefully this will be out soon. See you soon. Bye. Hey. Well, I spent about another 30 minutes coding, and I was able to figure it out. Got it all working, and got it all going in the kernel as well, so this will be going daily. Basically the job it needed a little bit of extra help. I'm going to clean this all up, but some of the logging, I was just doing that I needed to get the proper solicitations API, get the seller's config properly going, and then once we got that going, it was correct. Needed to handle some of the errors so we didn't have extra logging, but now it basically just works. So if you have it, choose it, disabled, every day this runs, and it will basically keep track of how many reviews we request for each order. So maybe another time we can show some more analytics on what orders we requested, and we can make this a little more customizable, like maybe you want 10 days, 14 days, 20. I mean, I could just do that now, that if I wanted after a different number, and can also add other marketplaces that, again, for now we're just doing this in the US. That, I mean, it's a pretty easy fix right now. We just basically just hard coded it to the US, but that's where 96% of our orders are. So if anyone wants us to do anywhere else, though, happy to add that. So if you want to try this out, come try it out for free. Let me know. I'll hook you up, and love to see how this works for your product. Well, this is not going to go live right this second. I'm going to have our developers, we test everything thoroughly to make sure it goes live, but again, it's not a very risky thing right here if something did go wrong, or if it says, oh, whoops, we couldn't request a review. I'm sorry, that doesn't matter as much as some of the other things. So we take our security and everything very serious, but this is one that can be a little, I think, I don't have any problem getting this out pretty quick. So hope you enjoyed this video. A little longer, a little more raw, but I found it interesting to kind of code, and maybe I'll do more of that with you guys.